2. Good evening and welcome to Southern 2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. It is round 1 in Darwin and we're looking forward to a great game on the cards tonight between the Darwin Buffaloes and the Southern District Crocs. The grand final rematch last time these teams met in the grand final. The Crocs won by just the 1 point. Matty Hepworth and the very special guest Mark Choco Williams joins us in the commentary box tonight. But Matty, we'll start with you, mate. What's the conditions like out tonight?
Look, Nick, it's been a warm one of the classic Darwin build-up day. 29 degrees outside right now, still around 60% humidity. So for the local blokes, they're going to be used to this. For some of the fly-in, fly-out players, though, that's well, look, it's a bit of a change from that cold Victorian winter that they'd be used to.
Yeah, and Choco, welcome. A very special welcome to you, sir. Thanks for joining us tonight. What are you looking forward to tonight to see on display?
Well, I've been here actually for the first 2 games, and some of the form and the skills has been absolutely brilliant. Being a grand final replay, there's always a bit of spite involved, especially if you've lost by 1 point. So let's watch and see.
Well, here we are. We're underway in the middle as Big O'Sullivan from the Buffs gets the first clearance, wins his own ball, kicks to centre half forward. Players fly. Lovely roving there from the young fella, and it's cut off down back by Ogden. So a good start by the Buffs, but just getting cut off as they went inside forward 50. So just looking to control it here early. So they play on, kicks out to the wing, ball drop there. We might see this one go over for a boundary throw-in.
First stoppage, 30 seconds into the game. Of course, look, Buffs got it into the 50 nice and quickly, but then Southern District's really able to work it out. And, of course, first stoppage, 30 seconds in.
So a boundary throw-in on the outer wing. Big O'Sullivan wins another tap convincingly, but it's Southern District's at ground level, looking to clear. McAdam gets a handball out. Just a bit scrappy here at the moment. Timmy Aldridge over the ball. There's Matty Campbell in the new number 19. Gets a ball inside 50. Good-looking kick. And it's a good mark.
He'll put his hands on it.
Down there. Beautiful work. Looking to move it quickly. Distance might trouble him. Hits to the top of the square. Big fly down there from Clark. Ball still in dispute on the ground. Stevenson taps the ball out. Here's Sam Bono to Stokes. Big crunching hit down there. Ball pops out. Staunton runs into an absolute wall. Gives him a little clip behind the ear too. And the free kick's coming back. There's a few notable outs tonight with Richard Tambling not playing. And these are the 50 metres against O'Sullivan. Pretty fast start, Choco.
Yeah, as usual though, you know, a little bit of sorting it out this time of the year. Driving inside 50 now, you know, these the Blues have got back there, so it's going to be tough to hit a target, but he's found one a little bit out wide.
So that's Brad Valance. Fairway out, looking for a target inside 50. Oh. That should be 50 to Sam Smith, not to be confused with the singer, Sam Smith.
Yeah, pretty dumb hitting him late. Obviously, it was going to be a 45-metre kick from a 45-degree angle. Now it's right on the goal line, so it's a certain goal here and good way to start for the Premiers last year.
Sam Smith drills the first one for the Crocs. They move to 1 goal straight, 6 Darwin Buffs yet to score.
Yeah, look, some interesting play there, as you said, Choco, that last bump there just really was not necessary and can walk through for the goal. It really looked like at the start, those first couple of minutes there, that the Buffs were controlling. But in the end there, 2 frees, both for 50 metres there, and walked through for a goal.
Yes, it's often... you know, the umpires are trying to get up to speed with the game as well start of the year, but there's no doubt that they were the right calls by the umpire.
So back in the middle, O'Sullivan, he's off to a good start in the ruck. Wins that tap down, bit scrappy in the middle here. Umpire circling, and he will ball it up. He'll have another stoppage.
Another free kick plucked, and you know, the Buffaloes have got a very open forward line, so if they get it in there quickly, but they've gone laterally.
So McLaughlin just switches play for the moment. looking to control things here. You're not going to control anything when you drop easy pills like that one. And another high free kick here. Umpire Thomas Manning on fire early, taking control of this one. So we're away again. Matty Rosier heads out wide. Another undisciplined free kick given away. And that one's out of bounds on the full.
There we go. Southern District's really starting to get some form now, really being able to work it down the field. And the Buffs, like I said, that first 30 seconds really started off well, but now it's all possessions going Southern District's way.
So here's Malcolm Roses. Been down south of recent weeks. I think he played on the
excuse me,
the opener to the grand final. Had a good, hopefully he'll get drafted in the next few years. Good, talented young player for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, it's a good switch, actually. They need to get the ball out of this side of the ground. They've been playing a little bit straight up and down. Need to change the angles so that it makes it a lot harder to defend.
So the Buffs coming off half back.
That's not going to work.
Just long down the line. McAdam just juggles that one over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Southern District's really locking it up as well there. The Buffs really searched for a long time to find a player and riding on the boundary line there and then out again.
So ball thrown back in. And another free kick going the way. Oh, it's going the way of the Buffs this time for shepherding out against the big boy and Tim Hanna. The ball to centre half forward. Good effort there from Ishmael Palms.
Gee, solid tackle there.
That was Shawnee Armat with the big tackle, and there's another free kick plucked here in the back this time, going the way of the Crocs.
I think there's just a little bit too much over officiating here at the moment. You know, it's stop-start game, and the umpires are certainly making it a little confusing right now.
Oh, gee.
There was another one. Big Hancock takes the advantage. Goes inside 50 now. Sambono there. Good defensive punch. He's there lining up. Ball in dispute on the ground. This gets kicked out, but it's Malcolm Rose is taking a good mark.
Another chance now.
Centre half back. So he just pops it over the top and finds Stokes. And Stokes should go back and have a shot from about 50 metres out.
It's the first time they've actually lowered their eyes. Yeah, they've been just bombing it up in the air and not giving the advantage to the forwards.
So Matty Campbell there just giving him a bit of advice. Might look for a cheeky handball, though he probably doesn't have it in his old legs. As Stokes on the approach. From 50 out, big booming kick, nice off the boot. Off to a blinder, little Stokesy, and it's all even here at TIO Stadium. 1 goal apiece, Matty.
One of the premiership players from last year, Jared Stokes, of course, won the Cheney medal in the losing team, kicking 3 goals. Another NT Thunder player, plenty of those out on the field as well. Co-captain last year with Cameron as well. So plenty of experience. He knows what it's like to be on this stage on a big day. And, of course, securing the first goal there for round 1.
Yeah, it was a terrific goal from outside 50. Pretty hard to kick those. I see Zach Smith comes off with a cut to the eye, so that'll get fixed and back on very quickly.
So back in the middle, Sam Smith from the Crocs this time winning the tap down to Lee Dale. The kick out to the outer forward flank. That could have been holding a pill. Just come out in the tackle. And the umpire right there and will throw it in. So a nice start here at TIO Stadium. 1 goal apiece each. Just about 8 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Just looking at and comparing it to AFL, the Buffs forwards have stayed right back. Typically they'd come up a little bit more to help around stoppage. So just a little bit different to what they do in the AFL.
So ball in dispute. And that's going on straight over again from Lee Dale from the Crocs.
Why is the play always played on the opposite side where the people are?
I know.
I don't know why that is. It happens at every ground. Strange, isn't it?
My dad and I had that exact same conversation last week, the other week at the G.
I see we got 3 supporters out the other side of the ground, so that's fantastic.
And a big cheerio to them on the outer wing as the Buffs get the ball cleared. Here's Clark. The self-proclaimed Rolls Royce, don't really know what he's talking about. Gets boot to ball. And he just stunk that one up there. He's Sambono circling. He's very dangerous.
Oh, gee, that had to be high.
And it sure is. So Malcolm Roses wins the free kick. Looks to move it pretty quickly. Nothing's doing, though.
Yeah, too long. If they take that long, there's a great opportunity for the Saints to get back there and block it up. But the ball's come over.
Oh,
Couldn't get the boot on it.
Ishmael Palms, take it out, son. You stunk that one up.
Oh, dear.
Well, it wasn't certainly Willie Rioli, was it? No,
There's a bit of slow motion there, Choco.
It was a little bit like Willie, but completely missed the ball.
So the long kick down the line. There's Matty Campbell. I haven't seen much of him yet. And there was a 4-on-1 there, and the one got the free kick. So Matty Campbell will be pretty upset about that one. And it's Brad Valance to take it. Heads out wide. So the long kick down the line, almost chopped off by Moroney. It's big Toddy Miles doing well back there. Timmy Eldridge held on to. And Matty Campbell sees that one over the line.
6, 7, 10 minutes into the first quarter, Nick. Of course, this is round 1 of the NTFL season.
It is.
Well, what does 6-7 mean? It's 1 goal, 6 points, to 1 goal, 1-7.
Thank you. No, I need all the coaching I can get.
Well, I just want to make sure we're not playing basketball here. We need to say the score properly so everyone listening knows exactly what we're talking about.
We are off to an absolute blinder. There's a long ball down the line. Nice fly there from Clark. Wins his own ball at ground level. Could have been in the back. Manningham there on the spot and pays it. And a 50 metres. Oh. So that's a pretty big call.
Yes, it's 2 of the 3 goals that we now scored from 50 metres.
You're loving the umpiring.
It's an interesting goal source. It normally is not that way, but anyway.
So here is Jalen Clark, as I said before, self-proclaimed Rolls Royce of the NTFL, Choco. Just keep your eyes on this young man.
Yes, I'm watching him.
He's pretty average, but that kick says otherwise as he celebrates and pumps the fist. And the Darwin Buffaloes get their second.
Yeah, he only celebrated that by himself.
He did.
No one really got around him, did he?
Yes. Well, the drink boy came there, so anyway. That was a nice kick, that's for sure, and you don't want to miss when you get 50 metres and it's pretty straight in front, so well done. And the centre clearances will be always an important part of the game. It obviously gets it down to the forward line without too many people around the ball, so that's when a lot of teams score from.
I like the look of this big Tim Hanna in the ruck too. He's a big unit for the Southern District's Crocs. Let's see how he goes with this. Wins the tap convincingly. All down on the deck. Umpire says play on. Here's Matty Campbell, the first look at the bald eagle. Wins a nice handball outside to Timmy Eldridge. Eldridge down the line. Ball in dispute there. It's just 2 buffs just absolutely sit on one of each other. It was Lee Dale with the clearing handball. It pops out now. And there's Matty Campbell sitting there waiting for that one.
It's amazing Matty Campbell reminds me of the great Flash Michael Graham that played for Sturt. Being in this colour, anyone that's listening that has spent any time in Adelaide would remember the great Michael Graham and from Sturt, and he looks a lot like him.
Sambono with a big fly there, but nothing was doing, so the Crocs clear this one out. Down the wing, just out of reach of Miles. It's Leroy Jetta takes a mark there. Just looks to draw the player. Average handball, but it might work out. Crocs go inside 50 and a nice spearing ball to Willie Farah.
Yeah, beautiful disposal. The only thing he's led right onto the boundary line, so it's almost an impossible shot. You probably kick about 18% from there, so good idea to centre the ball, but straight to the opposition is not going to help.
Centering ball, it was Choco, and they look to move it quickly.
Which is nice because they've been a bit slow, I reckon. They've got the numbers there. They've got to use the numbers, not kick it there, up in the air, but...
It's a dangerous kick, and it's going to backfire here. Here's McAdam doing some fancy footwork, but gets tackled as he kicks. And Stokes back there takes a mark. Moves it out to the outer wing. It's all Crocs at ground level. Here's McGregor. Handballs backwards, finds Bowden. Bowden throws it on the left, and that one's out of bounds on the full.
Apart from going out on the full there, I feel that's the really big difference between the Crocs and the Buffs at the moment is that the Crocs can really make some clean passage of play, and every time the Buffs get it, they just seem to, they can't get it past the halfway mark here.
So a nice kick down the line. Here's Brad Stokes. They're missing Cam Stokes tonight. Could have been holding the man there. Umpire says play on. He's put the whistle away for now. Here's my man Sam Bono. Some fancy footwork. He stunk that one up. Here's Roses. Some nice footwork and a beautiful little kick to Aldridge, although it was a nice spoil back there. Here's Clark, the Rolls Royce. Have a look at that for a handball.
And he'll take it.
Over the top to Anderson and straight into the post.
Wow. Well, yes, Rolls Royce did handle it nicely, and you'd think that would be a goal, but missed that unfortunately. And the guy tried to kick it out too quickly. The umpires held him up, so now they've got a chance to man up the players.
So, Werung. I've worked this nicely. Here's McGregor. Nice little chip over the top. I like the look of this man, Lee Dale. He's had plenty of it early. Tough unit with not sure about the dreadlocks though. So they come outside now to Dylan Barry. He goes long to centre half forward. Eldridge flies. Matty Campbell missed tackle and holding the ball. So lovely work down at centre half back by the Buffs. They look a little bit more in control now, Choco, after a shaky start, do you think?
Yeah, well, they still kicking the ball away. I don't think their kicking efficiency is anywhere near as good as the Saints.
And that one's over the line.
Pretty interesting haircut there on number 17 for the Saints. Who's that? Let me have a look.
For the Crocs, was it?
No. Zach Smith.
Zach Smith. That is an interesting hairdo. It's the reverse Dustin Martin, I think it is. Anyway, we're back underway. Here's Sam Smith. Gets the kick inside, attacking 50. Farah sits under it. Well worked down there by Kevin Moroney. He's doing a good job on Farah early.
Yeah, with some great early contact to get his opponent under the ball, so well done.
Here's Roses. He's off to an absolute blinder, this young kid.
Went around in circles 4 times before he kicked it, but hit the target, which was great.
So it's just a bit scrappy in the middle, but now they regain control of Buffs. Kick over the top to Jackson Clark. There's Roses again. It's a nice kick. Ball in spin on the deck, top of the square. Have a look at this. Sam Bono misses it. Holy dolly. You couldn't miss that, could you, Choco?
Jack Darling did it in grand final.
He did, didn't he?
Didn't he? Yeah. Almost exactly the same spot. So hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt him as well tonight.
Jeez, they had a great opportunity there. Speaking of stinking up marks, look at this. Don't give the ball to Eagle an opportunity. He winds back the clock and goes bang, bang, bang. Matty Campbell, take a bow. Well,
that was the best piece of play for the whole night. Well done, Matty. He showed real class, and he probably sat off his man a bit. And the guy dropped the short pass from full back, and Matty swooped on it and blind turn and did the best with the left foot snap over his shoulder. Terrific kick.
Darwin Buffs in control here at TIO. 3-3-21 to Southern Districts, just the one goal. 18 minutes played in the first.
Certainly the play that Southern Districts are doing at the moment, though, I still think they're a lot cleaner with the ball than the Buffs, but it's just not reflecting on the scoreboard.
6 shots to 1, that's all you can look at, and they're certainly making the most of their opportunities right now.
Here's Lee Dale. It's a handball outside to McAdam. What can McAdam do? Goes backwards. It was Rosier with a nice kick to Dale. He played on, and he's been pinned for holding the ball, and lucky not to give away a 50, really.
Again, all us that watch the grand final would say that That looked a little bit like, who was that, Sheed playing on in the last minute of the game? And the umpire said he didn't. There wasn't much difference, I'm telling you.
Sam Smith chops that one off, does well, gets a handball over the top. They've worked it well. Crocs have turned that one back over.
Great pressure from the forwards there from the Buffaloes.
So Sullivan with the big spike volleyball style. Some good pressure in the middle here, but the Crocs have regained control. Kicks up to centre half forward. They go inside 50 now, and Leroy Jetta probably
hard pressed not to get that one.
Won a free kick, and he will go back. He's a booming kick for a little man, young Leroy Jetta. Had a great career at Essendon Choco.
Sure did. Yes, probably thought he may have lasted a little bit longer, but anyway, let's see him finish here.
So Leroy Jetta on an acute angle.
What are you thinking?
I reckon Golski. I've called it, and he's pushed it to the right.
Yeah, I didn't think he had much on.
Won't be taking your tips at the track tomorrow.
Speaking of tips at the track tomorrow, we go. No. Districts 117 to the Darwin Buffaloes, 3-3-21. 20 minutes played here in the first quarter as Matty Campbell takes the kicking out duties.
Matty Campbell does it all, doesn't he?
He does. And that one's out of bounds on the full from Lee Dale, so it'll be a free kick to Kevy Moroney.
I just think when they get the ball, they need to, the rest of the players need to spread the field a little bit better. You know, everyone's just bunched together, kicking along down the line. It's playing boring footy.
So the ball pops out. Good pressure there from James Bell. Although Buffs regain it, here's Stokes to snap over the corner. Here's the dangerous Sam Bono, dropping easy marks as it seems tonight. That was one of the biggest throws I've ever seen, but umpire says play on. A bit of carnage down here in the forward line for the Buffs. Bodies flying everywhere.
Good pressure, though.
And here we go. Umpire Manning has found another one. He's the razor ray of the NTFL.
Yes, he's plucked it from the centre corridor where the other umpire's 5 metres away. Couldn't see it.
He sure did.
That happens a bit, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Wow, good on him. You need an umpire with a bit of personality.
Like 20 minutes in, I think you're striked off the umpire's Christmas cards list this year.
I thought only in this game, I've seen the other umpires doing a great job.
You call it as it is. Aldridge with the pressure over the top. Umpire circling, and I just thought he was going to call holding the ball there, but he will throw it up. There's a bit of a wrestle on the deck. It's Michael Bowden and little Timmy Aldridge, a little warrior. So,
oh, gee, good smother there.
The nice smother. Crocs looking to get it inside 50, and that one's out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
I was going to do then the words of BT there if we kept playing on. That was out of bounds. Except that went on to get a goal in that passage of play.
Ball thrown back in.
Good try, though.
You're so encouraging, Choco. Ball on the deck. Buffs win that one. Get the handball out. I haven't done too bad there. Hancock had his ball smothered. Rosier. Here's Matty Campbell. Nice handball out the back to Stokes.
Oh, he got away with that well.
Nearly gets ran down. Kicks up to centre half forward. Beautifully taken there by Ogden. As he sets to sail to Staunton, centre half forward. Goes out wide. Players everywhere. Here's Rory O'Brien.
Support coming into the 50 now.
Good lead from Will Farrer there. Was ignored. Here's the second one. Leroy Jetta drops it. Could have been hands in the back. And there it is. It's quarter time at TIO Stadium, where it's the Darwin Buffaloes 3-3-21 to Southern Districts 1-1-7. We'll be back right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep.
Got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture.
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm's staying, kids.
So we can feel wherever you feel together, real, together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
Let's see. Roma, Verona.
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out our world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south. She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut. No. I was at Jingly. Jingly! If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
And we're back here at TIO Stadium where the second quarter is just about to get underway. It's Darwin Buffaloes 3-3, 21 to Southern Districts 1-1-7. As umpire Manningham throws the pill up. Looks like it's Stokes down there for the Buffs. Here's Roses. Goes with the one-handed pick up, misses it. The Crocs back there at ground level. Good contest there. Here's Matty Campbell, nearly runs onto it. Nice handball over the top. Crocs charging down through Dean Staunton. Matty Campbell gives chase, nearly catches up with him. Nice fly at the back there. And big Toddy Mole sees it over for the Buffs. Choco, what did you like from that first quarter, mate?
Well, you know, the Darwin Buffaloes took a while to get going, but after that they seemed to control it pretty well for the rest of the night. So I didn't see too much from Southern Districts to show why they were at the Premiers last year, and I'm sure Shannon Rusker would get them to pull their socks up this quarter.
Yeah, very similar thoughts shared there as well. Certainly, Southern District certainly had some clean passage of play at times, but once again didn't reflect on the scoreboard, and Darwin Buffs are a little bit scrappy, but coming out in front at the end of the first quarter.
Leroy Jetta with a nice snap on goal, but just across the face, and getting the opening score here for the Southern Districts Crocs in the second quarter, 1-2-8 to Darwin Buffaloes 3-3. 21 was just go and...
Interesting zone here. I think they're playing man-on-man, so, you know, the Buffs are taking all their players back outside 50, which is a different ploy, and being very successful to get the ball all the way down to the wing right now.
Kevin Moroney just miskicks that one, and the ball goes over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
It was quite interesting to play man-on-man. People tend to play zone these days, but... because they were playing man-on-man, the Buffs were pretty smart to drag them all outside 50.
So ball thrown in. Smith took that one out of the... And we've got a kicking in danger free kick. So free kick going the way of the Buffs. So Stokes at half back. Looking to move it quickly. O'Sullivan drops that one, and it's over the line for another boundary throw. And a few mistakes early in the second quarter, guys.
Yeah, look, it's hard to know whether heat would be having an effect on the boys right now. Still really warm outside, and see the close-ups on the players. A lot of sweat just teeming off of them at the moment.
I'll tell you what, Chuck, I'm sitting in the air conditioner, mate, and I am sweating.
Yes, I'm feeling pretty nice right here. The fact is, I actually reckon the Tiwi Bombers and the Wanderers today was a terrific high standard game, and none of the others have lived up to it since then, as far as I can see.
Yeah, very impressed today with the Tiwi Bombers. Even though they went down, they played a good brand, very exciting brand, as we're inside 50. And the good contested mark there taken by Ishmael Palms, who will go back and have a set shot on goal.
Another territory boy from the Red Centre, Ishmael Palms from Alice Springs.
So he's on the approach, kick on the way, and he's dobbed it. So good effort there, just got the distance in the end. It doesn't matter how they get through, Choco, it is a goal.
Yeah, well, it's a one-hander that in amongst the contested situation, so it was great control, and then to go back really confidently and belt it over the fence, so well done.
4-3-27 to Southern District Crocs, 1-2-8. We've just gone 3 minutes in the second quarter, and we've had 2 goals, Matty.
Mark, is there anything that Southern Districts need to change in this point in the game? Certainly the scoreboard pressure, it's starting to mount up against them.
Yeah, well, they obviously had the first shot on goal there, and Jetta missed it, so you have to take your chances, but centre square here is really important. The last one went the Buffaloes' way.
So back in the middle, beautiful clearance there by Chris Williams, goes inside 50.
Great play, 2 hands in there to keep the ball alive in the forward line, so Darwin has still a chance to score. And great use of the body.
Here's Sam Bono, the tackling machine. Under pressure here are the Crocs. Ball in dispute in the goal square. Oh, he's handballed that over, and the umpires called that a point. So pretty lucky there, although he was right under a bit of pressure. It's fair to say.
Again, man-on-man here as well. So when it's man-on-man, there's usually an opportunity to get someone out to mark the ball, but a good spoil. And the ball, forward half pressure, keeping the ball up that end, it makes it just build and build and build and give you a great opportunity to score again.
Missed opportunity there by the Buffs as the Crocs clear. Here's Will Farrow. Oh, big collision. Fair one, though.
What's his name?
Will Farrow. Not Will Ferrell.
Oh, okay.
He is not Ron Burgundy, unfortunately. Well, it would be good. He doesn't have the moustache like Ron Burgundy, does he, Choco? As we go into the middle of the ground. A nice kick there. Here's Dylan Barry starting to get a bit of it. McAdam, he's been good early as well. It's a nice little chipper over the top. Doesn't work out, though. They win the ball back, the Crocs, across half forward. Beautiful footwork there from Roses. He's had a lot of great footwork tonight. That kick over the top works out well to Aldridge. The quick little unit streams down the outside in the Sambono direction, but beautiful bodywork down there. Matty Rosier. So the kick to centre half back. Buffs with the numbers again. They go inside 50. It's all Crocs. Sam Smith with the handball over the top. They've worked this nicely here now, the Crocs, as they go head inside forward 50 just about. Here's Rory O'Brien weighing up his options. Heads in the Leroy Jetta direction. Great spoil back there. Quick to his feet.
Leroy's got to get up and chase. He can't just stay on the ground.
Centering ball. Look at this.
Yeah, great vision. Put him in the corridor for a shot on goal. Still going to be about a 45-metre kick, and even in the corridor, the percentages from that distance always reduce. So it'll have to be a good shot, and certainly need the goal right now.
So it's Lee Dale on the approach from about 45 out. Just gets over the line. It looks home to me. Crocs get their third. Sorry, their second.
Yeah, it was a good squaring kick there to Lee, and he knew he could make the distance. Went back and slotted it. So a bit of excitement from the Crocs, and now they have to get the ball out of the centre square again because they've been beaten through the centre square there so far tonight.
Boy from the Goldie, flown in from the Southport Sharks, one of the NEFL teams. Of course, got our own NEFL team with NT Thunder, and many of the players out there tonight also Thunder representatives.
Greetings to Andrew Hodges, the coach. He'll be sitting at home on the throne watching the coverage, Choco.
On the throne, you say?
Yes, he looked after me for the last couple of days up here, and he's doing a wonderful job.
He's a good man. He's young Hodgie. As the ball gets kicked up to centre half forward.
Hodgie's young son played the game before.
He did. He sure did. Is Will Farrell dropping that one. Plays on though. So the Crocs looking to get another one as they go inside 50. Matty Campbell read that one best, but didn't take the mark. Ball spill, snap on the way. It's just across the face. And through for a behind.
Yeah, the Buffs are sitting around watching a little bit now for the last 5 or so minutes, so they need to get going again. Kicking a 2-on-1's not a great idea.
Here's Aldridge. He just gets pushed off at Lee Dale. It's been super impressive, and that's a nice kick. And the mark down in the forward 50 to Matty Rosier. As he'll go back and have a set shot from just under 50 metres out. So Matty Rosier on the approach. Kick on the way. Not too bad. Doesn't quite get there. And there's been a mark pulled out of this
one. Pushing the back, I think.
It's got Leroy Jetta written all over it. So it's going the way of Matty Campbell. Just to relieve a bit of pressure, he'll be looking to move the ball out and regain control here, the Buffs. Nice kick sideways from Williams-Brown.
Bit of a wonky bounce there.
Oh, good tackle.
Tried the fend off there, didn't he? Couldn't quite clean it up.
Ball inside 50. Great spoil down there. But the Crocs with numbers, kick on the way is across the face, and you just feel they're starting to waste some opportunities, Choco.
Well, 100%. They were back in the game. There's no doubt they've taken control of the use of the ball, kept the ball up their end, and they just need to score a little bit more. 2 goals 5 to 4 goal 4.
So Moroney with the kick-out duties there. Buffs just taking their time with this one. So long down the line in the Miles direction. Or a good mark out the back there from Zach Smith, who's of course has gone the reverse Dusty style haircut. Kick inside forward 50. Leroy Jetta out the back by himself. Does a little banana across the face.
3 in a row there, missed opportunities.
And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yes, well, if you look at all the players, we've got 18, 36 all in the half, so making it almost a reverse press. The Buffs need to take some players back in their forward line to get a bit more space. Leroy
Jetta, that one was touched off the boot. Yes, it was. And through for another behind. So Southern Districts 2-5-17 to 4-3-27, the Darwin Buffaloes. And they've turned this one over. And they've missed another one. Holy dooly. Michael Bowden's missed that one. And the coach, Shannon Rusker, will be pretty filthy on these missed opportunities.
Yeah, they kicked 1 goal 6 since quarter time and 1 out of bounds as well. So, all these opportunities, at the end of the day, they might come back and haunt them.
Matty Campbell to Brad Stokes. It was nice work from the coach in Matty Campbell. Oh, they've run into trouble here. Shawnee Armat gets pinged for holding the ball. Umpire says advantage played. Here's Leroy. Flew early, but takes the mark. He's taken the mark there. I don't know.
A little bit of Toby Green in that. So, if you go early and you push them with your foot, it's still legal as long as you catch the ball. So, good work, Leroy knows the rules, and talking about maybe changing them next year. But Leroy passes off to someone even closer and gets an opportunity to shoot again. They certainly need this one. Apparently, Rory O'Brien is a wonderful shot on goal.
Is he?
That's what I've heard.
Hope you haven't jinxed him here, Choco.
No, this is certainly.
Put it in the book.
Mark it down.
Roger that, Choco. He's called it. You've heard it here first. Rory O'Brien on the approach, and he's right.
Again.
He's stopped it. 3-6-24 to Darwin Buffaloes. 4-3-27, Matty.
Gonna have to take Mark's tips for the track tomorrow after
What's wrong with mine?
Oh.
Is Winks running again? Get on him.
Yeah, there we go. Write it down, folks.
Or is it her? I don't even know.
Stand-up comedy central here on 7-2 on the NTFL.
I thought the Districts could be doing a bit of a Winks. Winks came from nowhere today in that last couple of 100 metres.
Oh,
I know absolutely nothing about horse racing.
It's contrived.
Oh, really? Oh, right.
Always start back, everyone worries, and then through it comes and wins.
Is this what the Crocs are going to do?
Exactly right.
Oh, well.
So back in the middle. Sorry, we've just gone in the horse racing department there for a moment. As the Crocs swing out wide.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Bowden. He's turned that one over. Through Calvin Williams. Looks to move it quickly. Oh, there's another Toby Green there.
Through the leg out.
Do you like that one? Steve Anderson to Stokes. Could be 50. Umpire says no, pal. So Stokes moves it quickly. Just comes off the side of the boot. Hangs up in the air. And well done back there by Sam Smith. Taking a good mark under pressure. Moves it quickly. Crocs flying down the wing. Here's McAdam.
The backwards run there as well.
That's always dangerous. So McAdam.
The Buffs have hardly been inside 50 this quarter, only scoring 1 goal, and they certainly need to kick the next one, or, they're their confidence is going to drop right down because, you know, there's been a smashing this quarter going the Crocs' way.
So the ball being thrown in on the forward flank on the outer side. Choco, you're right. All the players over that side tonight. Might have to invest in some binoculars as the ball gets kicked inside 50. Leroy Jetta just worked his man off it. Todd Miles for a big unit did very well then to get out of that trouble.
Todd's got to switch the side. They can't keep playing up that side. They need to open it up. There's a player in the middle now. They don't even look for him.
So Stokes in the Sambono direction, drops another one. You just feel he needs to warm into it a bit. Does Sambono. Sambono's the excitement machine of the territory footy. Choco nearly got drafted last season, just missed out.
Just missed out.
Allegedly.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a very talented young man, though.
Like to see a bit more.
He's from Daly River down there.
Very nice spot down there.
Beautiful.
Great fishing.
Great fish. You've been fishing down there, Choco?
Dundee is a place I got taken to yesterday, but it's a very sad story.
Did you catch anything?
Not one thing. They tell me there's barramundi everywhere here, but I'm yet to see it.
Did you go out with Patrick Dangerfield? He's quite the fisherman up here.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
He goes out to Groot Island. Filmed a fishing show out there, he did, the young man. Anyway, throw in on the outer wing. Ball gets kicked forward 50. Leroy Jetta just worked out of it there.
I was with Patrick Whitehead. He's a plumber. And he told me he's a fisherman and a plumber, but I'm thinking he's a better plumber.
Is that right?
Yeah, so apparently he's a great plumber. Everyone should ring him up and get to use him, but don't talk about fishing with him.
You've heard it here first again. Geez, we're getting some exclusives here tonight with Choco. As the ball gets popped out the back, Leroy Jetta. Oh, he should have been ping-folding the ball there. Umpire says play on. It's just popped out to Zach Smith. He goes over the top, dangerous ball. Roses with the fancy footwork again.
That'll do.
And a nice little kick inside 50 to Stephen Anderson. Not sure if he's got it in the leg, Matty, but we'll see how he goes.
Everyone deserves to catch a barramundi, don't they?
You'd think so.
You'd think so.
Have you ever caught one?
No.
No.
I've been up here twice on fishing missions, and all I wanted to do was catch one, and haven't even got close. Didn't even get smelly fingers from it.
Stephen Anderson, kick on the way, hits the post. So an opportunity gone begging there. As the Buffs...
Was it the Dreads?
Move to 4-5-29. The Southern Districts 3-7-25. The ball quickly moves to the outer wing and over the line. And we'll have a throw-in.
17-minute mark of the second quarter here, so obviously everyone likes to go in with a lead, and you know, the next 5 minutes will tell the tale.
The Crocs have definitely worked their way into this one. They should actually be up by a few goals with those missed opportunities. So here's that talented young Lee Dale charging through, doesn't quite win the pill. Ball in the spin on the ground. Umpire Manningham paying another free kick. I'd love to see his stats tonight, Choco.
Yeah, that's what I want to see, though. You know, switching the ball much better. Matty Campbell's coming back for a 1-2, but they didn't use him. Now it's a turnover.
Jackson Clark turning that one over.
See you later.
Crocs with the numbers. They run it down the outer wing. Here's Will Farrer. Just dusts them off. Leroy Jetta just gets worked out of it. Here's Campbell with the looping handball. Works well. Stokes goes outside to Malcolm Roses. And he's turned that one over.
Yeah, it was a poor kick. You know, it was 2-on-1. You got to be better than that. You got to be calm with your disposal. You need to find your target and then watch the ball and make sure you deliver it.
Staunton out to Smith. They've worked this well. McAdam nearly gets run down by Sambono. The
yeah,
big
great chase.
Kick
Great chase.
inside 50. Farah flies, misses it. Matty Campbell works Jetta out of that one. And it's the Buffs with the numbers down back. I'll run this one out.
Got to use that spare player. You can't just be kicking the one-on-ones all the time. Although, wonderful mark.
Beautiful mark there from Hancock. It's just got the Joel Selwood style, but just under the ear. Choco, interesting look there. I mean, if you cut under your ear, you do, but geez, it looks pretty average, doesn't it?
Good spot, sitting front and square, but opens the field up, kicking across the goal like that, and it's a fair chance to get scored against kicking like that.
Paulie Campbell, the brother of Matty Campbell there that time, Choco.
You might have a talk to him at half time.
O'Brien to McAdam. McAdam inside 50 again. Farah by himself, and he's taken it. Gee, I thought he juggled that one to the ground, but the umpire's paid the mark, and he'll go back and have a shot at goal, Matty.
Buff still with the one goal for the quarter. And look, time is certainly ticking away for them now, and you can't help but feel the Crocs have really taken control.
Let's look at the flags over there on the TIO Insurance for Territorians little poster over there, and it's saying that the wind is going that way, so maybe we're underestimating what's going on here.
And we've just got a goal kicked from Brad Valance. Darwin Buffaloes were asleep, probably a bit like we were.
Talk about the weather.
We're talking about the wind, mate. It's obviously the scoring end. It's the scoring end. We're sitting in this room here. It's a fair chance we've got no idea if it's raining or hailing or anything, because it's so perfect.
So just like that, Southern Districts are in front, 4-7-31 to the Buffs 4-5-29.
Mark, the last time these two teams met, their game got cancelled because we had a Category 2 cyclone come and whip through Darwin. Not great footy conditions.
No, not great, but I remember playing Geelong up here in a pre-season game, and lightning hit one of these light towers, and that went out, but we stayed out there, so maybe we're just tougher.
Footy's not what it used to be.
2018, there's a lot of soft units around, Choco.
No, I think we have to look after the players. I think that would be the number one thing.
Again, let's say allegedly, there's a free kick's being paid to the reverse Dustin Martin. Here's Bowden, moves it quickly.
Yeah, I think we were tracking stats for this quarter. For sure, the Crocs have controlled the ball pretty well, although that inside 50 is way too high.
And a nice punch in defence there over the line and through for a minor. So 4-8-32 the Crocs to the Buffs 4-5. 22 minutes played here in the second quarter. Just approaching half time. She's a tight one tonight.
Just going to go long to the tallest player, but it's an ugly kick. It's come off.
Ooh, not quite though. Paulie Campbell dropping that one. Still on the deck, trying to get it out. Inside 50 there for Minnis. And here's a free kick.
Yeah, Leroy's just standing behind pushing blokes, so that's not going to work either. It's got to do a lot more of moving and getting in front.
So Stokes looks to move it outside. Here's Roses. He's had plenty of it tonight. Sorry, this is Roses here. Let's do that again. He's had plenty of it tonight as he dashes into the middle of the ground, kicks to centre forward, and he's turned it over.
I reckon he's one of your favourites.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's Eldridge.
You backed him for the Nichols medal or something?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't believe my uncle, Dennis Ganley, for the Waratahs in 1951.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the other side of the family.
Yeah, right.
Yes, he won one Nichols medal. There's a ruckman and in the Hall of Fame of the Waratahs.
Ah, sure. Very good.
How about that?
Unbelievable.
Connection. Oh, hit in the head. Can't do that anymore.
There's a high one going the way of Shawnee Armat. A little bit of push and shove here. And what do you know? It's a reverse Dustin Martin on the bottom of that pack. So here's Kevin Moroney.
Here comes Matty Campbell for a little handball.
And he gets it. Matty Campbell from downtown. He's across the face.
Oh, looked like a mark.
Spoiled each other there. The two Buffs players. Snap on the way is an absolute rip snorter. Jackson Clark, take a bow. Pow.
That's some of the best play we've seen tonight, and great finish with Matty reading the situation, getting the ball deep. Thought they almost marked it, but to play on and make sure that they finish to take the lead just before half time.
Well, if you ever needed a sneaky goal in the dying minutes of the second quarter, that's a good way to do it.
Very much so, and it takes. They've scored a couple now this quarter, haven't they?
Yeah, that's 2 for the quarter now.
2 goal, what those? 2 goal 5, is it? Yeah, that's a. No, it's not, is it? Forget that.
I'm still working on the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm being coached through this.
Righto, Sullivan with a nice tap down to Williams.
Kick it off the ground, mate.
Could have been holding the ball. Here's Big O Sullivan again, following up his ruck work with the Crocs. Ooh, that was dropping the ball, and there's the siren for half-time, where it's the Southern District's Crocs, 4-8-32 to Darwin Buffaloes, 5-5-35. We'll have a quick break and be back with the second half right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
Let's see. Roma, Verona.
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out our world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south. She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut. No. I was at Jingly. Jingly! If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
And back underway. Handball over the top. Stokes just gets around the tackler, ends up tripped. Umpire says play on. The ball pops out. And Crocs with the answers, kicked outside. But it's Timmy Eldridge there. Kicks inside 50. Nice kick and
Good
nice
hands.
Presenting there. Plays on quickly. Here's Big O'Sullivan as the long bomb. That's Crocs at ground level through Zach Smith.
There's certainly a lot of balls that are getting spoiled by going over the back of the pack, and that's not good enough. You need to keep the ball in front, so you've got a chance to crumb off it. So we need to look at that.
Ogden pushes the ball across the field to O'Brien. Nice half volley there. Lake. Get run down. Here's Roses. And he runs over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Boys can confirm, went down to the rooms at half-time and got kicked out.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Did they say you're a dirty old Crow supporter? I can understand why you got kicked out then.
Was it the glasses or what was it?
Yeah, look, they took one look at me and said, "You do not play football, sir."
Back underway, the Buffs go towards going inside 50, but
I
it's
hate it when
chopped
coaches
off.
do that, you know, try to pull the have you played football before? The media have got a great role to play, and they should be open to all areas.
I'm hearing you, Choco.
I got my fingers crossed there.
Did I hear rumours of roaming Choco at the end of the game?
Brian and I actually used to play together, so he probably learnt most of his lines off me. But he did kick 100 when I was playing next to him, so that's one of his big honours. What a great thing, kicking 100 goals in the AFL.
So back underway on the outer wing, ball pops out. He's my man Roses by the sounds of it. These boys reckon I've got about $1,000 on him to win the best and fairest. Not the case. Good mark down there.
Yeah, as a tall forward, you know, you sit there and you reckon you go to mark, but most of the time it's just don't be outmarked, and it's just no good to you know, a tall defender to outmark a tall forward with you know, the defender having an advantage.
Matty Campbell did well there, although the ball went out over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
I think the stoppages have been about 50-50 tonight. You know, if one of the teams can get an advantage there, that would be great to get the ball inside 50, but typically they're going about 50-50.
So the Crocs winning that clearance, although chopped off by Clark to the tune of Jalen. Ball pops out the back. So they head to centre half forward. Here's Lee Dale. He's been impressive in his first game up north. Just bouncing around. Here's Matty Campbell charging in like a raging bull. Or buffalo for those playing at home.
It was pretty courageous by Matty to put his head down through the pack there, so well done. But, you know, the Crocs have got a free kick just outside 50.
Will he make that, Nick?
Wouldn't have thought so, McGregor. So he just hits to the top of the square. Will Farah down there. Well, it's in the back, is it? He's going to get one. And the free set shot on goal from Rory O'Brien.
Rory.
One of the many fly-in players, 2 waffle premierships under his belt before winning with the Crocs last year, most recently playing for Pinjarra, won the 2018 WA Country Football League Player of the Year award.
Wow.
Geez, someone's done their homework, Choco.
Yeah, exactly right.
I've got to scrape through somehow.
Lifted the standard. Although if he won the goal, it wasn't certainly the goal kicking what he won anyway. That was a poor shot on goal and didn't make the distance from about 25 metres out.
So a free kick going away. The Crocs could have gone the handball there. They've chopped it off. Beautiful tackle there from Sam Bono. The handball over the top. Buffs under pressure down back. Handball goes sideways to Matty Campbell. He just goes off the deck, gains 15 metres.
Oh, they're calling deliberate.
And if that's
Look
not
at that umpire
deliberate...
run in there. Bad luck we didn't have that on screen. It was one of the greatest runs of all time. The hand action, every chance. It could have been 10-pin bowling. That's how much he did a hand action. But anyway.
And surprise, surprise, it's umpire Thomas Manningham, who I said earlier, he's the Razor Ray of the NTFL, Choco. He's the Razor Ray. Anyway.
He's a bit tall for a Razor Ray.
He is.
Rory O'Brien was just about to walk out the gate and go home there.
He loves his own work. Kick goes into the forward pocket. Beautiful spoil from Matty Campbell. The umpires paid it. He's paid the mark. Matty Campbell can't believe it.
As we recall, the Crocs got a lot of frees like this early in the first quarter.
They did too.
A couple of goals from it. Remember 50-50 and that sort of stuff?
So the banana is kicked and it's across the face. And the mark taken in the back pocket by Calvin Williams. So he just goes along and he gets chopped off. Beautiful work there from Wurrong. And that is holding the ball.
What?
No. Hold on a moment. He's pointed the wrong way, umpire Manningham. Anyway, and we're back. Rory O'Brien, set shot on goal, will probably kick from just outside 50.
Umps found a free further down the ground in the goal square.
Oh, geez, that kills you, doesn't it, Choco?
Yes, you're never happy with those sort of things happening. About a 20% chance for a shot for goal from outside 50, and now a certainty.
Looks like it was from Hancock to the Will Farah, and he has just squeezed it home and gets the opener here in the second half. So Southern Districts move to 5-8-38. The Buffs 5-5-35. It's the Crocs back in front by 3 points, Matty.
Got the homework book out again, boys. 27-2018 Crocs Premiership player there. Was, of course, the leading goal kicker. High-flying mark with goal forwards, and won the leading goal kicker award for many years for the Crocs as well.
Extraordinary scenes here. We're going goal for goal at the moment. The cameras on young Sam Bono's moved up to the wing. They bring a bit of excitement down the wings. So ball thrown up. O'Sullivan convincing in the ruck again. Paulie Campbell gets run down. Crocs with the numbers though. Here's Staunton. On hands and knees. Just about pinged. Some good pressure here from the Buffs, although it's Lee with the kick to centre half forward. Here's Jalen Clark for the Buffs. He kicks it in the Sam Bono direction. Oh, great courage shown there from both players. All on the deck, and the high free kick is going the way of McAdam. So McAdam looking for options. Handball's out wide, although the umpire's calling this one back. And there's just a free kick going. It looks like it's against a Buffs player for giving a bit of abuse to umpire Manningham. And they've paid a 50, and it's gone right down to the goal line. Choco.
I can't talk. I have no idea what's going on. It's obviously a local rule.
Chaotic scenes here at TIO Stadium.
Well, he's basically at centre half back, and he's given a free kick that awards it into the goal square. It's amazing. But it's a great way to get in front, and they're kicking against whatever breeze there is, and certainly the scoring end for the first half has been down where the Buffaloes are going. So really important goals at the start of the third quarter.
Crocs move out to an 8-point lead.
Charlie McAdam there with the goal, another one of the premiership players. What are you thinking, Nick, on the field of between both teams? Be about 50-50 of who lined up in last year's grand final?
Yeah, I think more so the Buffs. There's a lot of fresh faces in the Crocs outfit. No Jared Brennan is a notable out from last year's grand final. Leroy Jetter's in there. Will Farah, the likely tarts, but more so for the Buffs. They're missing Cammy Stokes. And just a few others as well. So, yeah, it's made up for a good rematch anyway as the Buffs go inside 50. Big booming kick. Big fly from the back. They've done well here. Anderson tries to flick
Still in.
the kick, but it's the Crocs through Ogden. Gets it to centre half back. Good pressure here from the Buffs. Here's Stokes, just dances around a few. Beautiful work there from Hancock. Off the side of the boot though. They fly, no one wins. Crocs at ground level, straight up the guts.
Gee, really thought Buffs had a chance there.
Yeah, the big guy's got to mark that ball. You know, it's one-on-one, favoured marking situation for him. He's got to mark that ball.
Beautiful work from Timmy Eldridge there, just running down the dangerous Lee Dale. He's a quick little unit. Umpire calls play on. Eldridge just chips over the top or dropped mark down there to Anderson. Ball back in dispute. Manningham right there and red hot with a whistle. And calls holding the man. So the Crocs come out to the wing. Rory O'Brien takes a mark, plays on. McLaughlin inside 50. And a mark taken there to Brad Valance. And he'll go back on a 45-degree angle and kick from about 45 metres out, Choco.
Yeah, it was a lovely little left foot to put him advantage to the leading player, Valance. And apparently a great shot for goal, wearing a very famous number of... yeah, I used to wear it.
Brilliant.
So Valance, kick underway, looks pretty good off the boot. He likes it, and they celebrate, and they get another one here at TIO Stadium.
No chance was he ever going to miss that.
Not with the golden 21,
the famous
anyway.
21.
No.
If you go to the casino tonight, everyone, just remember that.
21. So they've just pushed the lead out here.
Too early to call it at the moment?
Oh, way too early.
Yeah.
It's just the score hasn't updated here on our screens, but they've moved out to a 14-point lead.
Yeah, 7-7 to 5-5.
So there he is, big Toddy Miles in the middle, wins a tap down, scrap on. And they all pile in, but the umpire says, my ball, I'll throw this one up.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that, you know, I'm not saying they're wrong, but the umpiring has caused a lot of goals in this quarter. And the Buffs would be really disappointed with the discipline that they've been showing in this quarter.
Paulie Campbell, hard as a cat's head. I don't even know if that's a saying, but he's won a free kick. So Campbell...
Can we have that again? What was it?
Oh, I can't even remember now. Paulie Campbell weighing up his options, goes inside 50 with an absolute stinker of a kick. Should have done better there, Choco.
Yeah, it's always difficult. It's the hardest kick in football to kick inside 50 because the opposition have 2 or 3 spare players there, and you know, they're blocking up the most available gaps.
Good pressure here from the Buffs as they've caught the Crocs on the back foot. Beautiful tackle there from Matty Campbell.
Yeah, Matty as coach, you know, he's stepping up his game. He's trying to lead by example and get the rest of them to jump on board.
So Matty Campbell just switches the ball to big Toddy Miles, who is a big booming kick.
Yeah, it was nice to see he actually caught one. Well done.
It's okay, guys. You actually can take a mark if you want. Miles,
if you're tall, yeah.
With the kick to the
Loads
top of the square. 2-on-1. Oh. Was Hancock there with the flying half-turn heel kick style in the air.
The starfish, I believe they call it.
Yeah, I think Liverpool and Chelsea are on tonight. One of the great games if you can get up early. What's that?
We'll watch with invested interest. Back on the deck.
Get on the Reds.
There's Lee Dale, Matty Campbell. They're jostling. Not sure how he didn't give away a free kick for holding. Wrapped it up and we'll have a ball up.
I think it's Man City actually. Yeah, top of the table clash.
Is it?
I was going to say that, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were.
Nice tap down. Inside 50 for the Buffs. Here's Stokes. Snap underway. He's across the face.
Yeah, you've got to take those opportunities when you're a couple of goals down, going with the breeze. So, you know, we need the Buffs to kick the next goal, give them some sort of belief.
We'll just get it down in the 50.
long kick and goes out of bounds without being touched. So poor kick in, and again keeping the ball up that end. The Buffs got another opportunity with an inside 50.
Sam Bono off a step, kicks it inside 50, the fly, and there's a free kick going the way of, I'm not sure really, I give up actually, the Crocs. So they look to move it quickly. Staunton goes onto the outer wing. Choco, you are right. Everything's going down that outer wing tonight. Might try and move the commentary box to that side next week. As they move it inside, it's Dylan Barry.
That wouldn't be all that smart, Nick.
Barry inside 50 for the Crocs. Ball in dispute.
Wow.
And there's another free kick paid. This time.
What are the numbers there, Matty, with the free kick count?
Just let me consult the statisticians in the room.
Ball in dispute.
17-7 is what I'm being fed through at the moment.
I was thinking it was something close to that. There's certainly been a lot of 50s going that way, and you know, as I've said before, the discipline from the Buffs has been below par.
So a dangerous position here for the Buffs as the umpire throws the ball back in.
That was a poor throw-in too, wasn't it? We've got to work on those throw-ins.
Snap on goal there from Liam McGregor, but it's across and through for A behind.
Got to get everything right, you know. All throw-ins, doesn't matter how you wave the flag, you got to get everything absolutely precise.
7-8-50 to Darwin Buffaloes, 5-6, 36. Crocs are back in control.
Yes, right now you'd say that the Crocs are going to win this by about 5 goals, but we'll wait and see what the great Darwin Buffaloes can do in the next quarter and a bit.
Stranger things have happened, Choco. There's a nice smother there from
What did you
Bo
think
Schwartz.
of that show on Netflix? Stranger Things. Any good? You watch it?
No.
Yeah, I've seen both. My kids got me into it, but I thought the second series was better than the first. Stranger Things.
Again, you heard it here first. Ball thrown back in. Miles wins his own ball, gets the clearing kick. But it's all Crocs, only as far as O'Brien. O'Brien gets it back 1-2. Here's a reverse Dustin Martin out of bounds on the full. Well, Zach Smith down there.
Nearly took out the water cooler on the bounce through there.
He nearly hit Matty Campbell on his bald head. That's what nearly right on the bunts, nearly. Not quite. So the Buffs.
That sounds a little bullying to me.
He loves it, young Matthew.
Does he?
Allegedly. Let's go that again. Or as they pile in. Umpire says play on could have been holding
Still
the
another
ball.
man down there.
They've put the whistle away here for a moment.
It looked a bit bruising, almost like a corky, but taking too long to kick the ball and turn over again. So great tackle pressure from behind.
Dylan Barry doing that one.
It's got the nice purple boots or blue.
It's turnover central here for now. So we just have a bit of a scuffle on. There's bodies flying everywhere. Lee Dale.
Yeah, I think as the players getting a little tighter, they're getting a little bit, there's a bit more contact in this game, and it might get a little out of control here in a minute.
Here's Stokes with the clearing snap over the shoulder. Doesn't quite work out. Here's Sam Smith. Goes back, does well, taps it back to his teammate there in Wurrung, and he runs that one over the boundary line and will have a ball inside 50 for the Darwin Buffaloes.
Bit of rough and tumble there.
It is, isn't it? It's on. It's just turned up a notch. I've sort of been waiting a bit for it, Choco, but it's getting a little bit heated.
What's this Darwin Ruckman's name here? This big guy.
That's big Toddy Miles, and he wins the tap down. But
yeah, Toddy needs to take a bit more control and give the smaller Darwin boys a real big opportunity to score from those stoppages.
I am hearing you. As the Crocs run out of defence 50. Nice kick finds Staunton. Staunton plays on quickly. Leroy Jetta on a one-on-one. Beautiful work down there from Chris Atkinson. Matty Campbell's there. to lend a hand, but it runs over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in deep in attacking 50 for the Crocs.
You know, it's a throw in inside 50 for Darwin. Miles hits the ball over the top and to a very dangerous spot, and all of a sudden it ends up at in Crocland, right down the other end. So, you know, the transition from stoppage was terrific from the Crocs.
Beautiful work from that young boundary umpire. Choco is admiring the work as the ball pops out.
Good decision, umpire, holding the man. Now we need to switch this ball and get it out to the open side of the ground. There's too many players here. He looks out there, but won't take the kick.
I just saw Maddie Campbell just said go long down the line. And look at this. She's coming back in through Bowden, although that is an absolute stinker of a kick under no pressure and goes out of bounds on the full, Maddie.
20 minutes into the third quarter. Southern District 7-8, 50. Darwin 5-6, 36.
Well, what's that margin?
That's a margin of 14 points.
Very good. Like that.
Gee, I did not back myself there. I did not back myself at all.
Ruckman can't just be tall. They've got to catch the ball. Come on.
Dean Staunton with the handball out to O'Brien. He's on all fours, gets the ball out. Here's McAdam charging inside 50, lowers the eyes. Beautiful kick to Will Farah. And Will Farah plays on with a nice centering ball.
There we go.
And finds Dylan McLaughlin. We'll go back and have a shot from about 45 metres out.
I'm on the districts.
On the districts train?
Yeah. If you take away the first quarter, you know, they've been in control of this game for a long time now. So, you know, it nails this one. What will the difference be then?
Well, 14 plus 6 would be 20.
There you go.
Mathematics tonight as well.
Carry the one.
No good. Out of bounds on the floor. No,
and that
dropping
one
short.
is a bit of a stinker of a kick, and we'll have a boundary throw in. And there we have it. It's 3/4 time here at TIO Stadium. We're at Southern District 7-8, 50 to the Darwin Buffaloes 5-6, 36. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
14 points.
Thank you.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
So we can feel, really feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
Let's see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sport times. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south. She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut. No. I was at Jingly. Jingly! If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium on 7-2, where it's the Southern District's Crocs, 7-8-50. Darwin Buffaloes, 5-6-36. Maddie, what do you think Coach Rusker's saying?
Well, we're looking good at the moment, boys. That's probably the first thing I'd say. You're as hard as a cat's head.
And we did check that, Choco, at three-quarter time, didn't we? I was a bit confused whether that was an actual saying or not, Choco.
Yes, and it is, and apparently it's 100% true. But right now, Shannon's feeling very confident. You know, they've kicked 6 of the last probably 6 of the last 8 goals, which is saying that they're in quite a dominant area of the game, and going with the breeze as well. So it's going to be a hell of an effort for Matty Campbell to get his team up, and they'd be feeling pretty well down right now.
In these kind of conditions, Mark, it's still 28 degrees outside, 60% humidity. What role does fatigue play in their bodies right now?
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure who's been rotating, but everyone needs to be rotating a lot. Matty Campbell's holding his team in there, trying to get that last 1 or 2 messages across. But the fact of the matter is, you need to start really well now, and you need to be talking about belief. And right now, he's talking about what happened in the grand final last year, lost by a point, and he's saying we need to get back onto these guys right away. Otherwise, there's some sort of bragging rights, and it's going to go for a hell of a long time.
We stood next to the other night at the season launch, Choco, with Shannon Rusker and Matty Campbell. Was there any words thrown at each other, or were they quite friendly?
No, they were very aggressive.
Were they?
Yeah, so, both of them have been, one's been living it up, being a premiership coach, and the other one's just been sitting there waiting for this opportunity. Now, to be truthful, they're both very nice blokes. They came to the coaches' workshop with me, and if Matty has listened to one thing I've said, there's a fair chance they're going to win right now.
They are.
Well, I've got some brilliant things I talked to them to do, but the first thing you need to do is to win the ball from stoppage, get it inside 50 and get hold of the ball.
In a word, gentlemen, who wins for you, Matty?
Southern Districts have got it from me.
Choco?
Well, that was right going out on an edge, wasn't it? Yes, I'm going with Southern Districts. They're up by 14 points. I'm thinking 30 points by the end of the game.
That's good maths. I'm going to go out by myself and go with the Buffs.
Oh, big call.
You're an unlucky boy, aren't you?
Some would say controversial.
Is that right? Who's
What's your
that?
buzzword? Allegedly.
Allegedly. That is buzzword of this evening at TIO Stadium.
I like Cat's head. I can see where you got it from too.
You're watching the NTFL on 7-2 as we're back underway. Matty Campbell down there on all fours.
Matty Campbell put himself in the centre square, which is pretty significant as well.
Lee Dale been impressive all evening with the kick inside 50. Nice handball out the back there. Calvin Williams doing the work on the deck. Buffs clear it. McAdam just flies at the player over there. Umpire says advantage. Here's Sam Bono.
That's great umpiring.
Just nice little chipper over the top, lowered the eyes. Here's Big Ryan O'Sullivan. They've pushed him forward. Matty Campbell's floating, calling for it. He ignores that.
Oh, should have used him.
Nearly went. Plays on. Big booming kick to the top of the square at the back. And it's a good mark in front there.
These guys that think they can kick over 50 metres are kidding themselves, and they've got to come up with something better than a long ball to the goal square or a long point. It's not going to help them.
Leroy Jetta, long down the line. Good body work down there, and it's gone over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Wow, over near us. Fantastic to see.
First time tonight, I reckon, Choco.
Yeah. This boundary umpire has not thrown one in all night because he's been waiting for the ball to come over here.
And it's out of the side of his hand. No, it's not.
It was a very nice throw-in.
It was a nice throw-in. As the ball's back in dispute, Matty Campbell gets wrapped up pretty quick. Ball pops out. Here's Staunton. Long down the line, Timmy Eldridge flies, drops a mark. Jalen Clark with the kick down the line. Works well. Here's Sam Bono with the fend off. Nice fancy footwork. Stokes with the kick to centre half forward. And a nice defensive punch there from Sam Smith. And you went to Sam Smith, the English singer, Choco.
Very nice. Give me one of his songs.
You're a fan?
Name one for me.
Stay With Me.
Stay With Me.
No, I was asking if you could stay with me.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Can you sing it?
No, not tonight. And we're back underway here as Sean Armack gets cleaned up. Umpire says play on. His Big Ryan O'Sullivan just runs past it. It's McLaughlin wrapped up. Ball pops out. Snokes with the stab. Geez, that's just gone across the face and through for a behind.
You went off a little early, you two, didn't you?
No, we did.
G, both of you?
Story of my
Gee
life.
whiz.
Wow, sounded like a horse.
You ever consider getting into stand-up comedy there, Choco? You're quite sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Ball back into play. And that's a nice chisler to Lee Dale. Oh, he drops what he should have taken. McLaughlin wrapped up in a nice tackle.
A little bit like Harpo Marks, I am.
The non-officiating umpire has paid a free kick and then paid 50 metres too.
Wow.
So, again, disappointing there. That's, I think, the third from memory this evening. Fifth. You're joking me. Unbelievable. Matty Campbell will be going off after.
Like a frog in a sock.
Bit of a short 52. Good saying there. Thank you, Matty. Loving your sayings. So McLaughlin kicks into the man of the mark. Good work on the mark there. Here's Innes with a nice chisler.
That was a lovely kick, just to the favoured side. You don't have to kick it through people. Just drop it in front. The defender's got no chance of defending it. Right on the 50 here, right on the 50 logo. It's probably, you know...
It's your favourite player, Will Farrer, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Will Farrer lowers the eyes and he's just really stunk that up. Leroy Jetta goes after the pill. Nice handball down there. They're clearing this above, so they've dodged a bullet here if they can get it out. Here's Shawnee Armat, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, getting a little untidy now, some of the skills, given the fact that it's been hot in first game for the year, but need to keep concentrating. The only reason those skills break down is they forget to do the basic things right.
Rory O'Brien's the only man that kept his feet. Snap underway, and it's just missed to the near side, and that's gone through for a point.
Southern District 7-9-51, trailing the Darwin Buffaloes 5-7-37, 4 minutes 30 into the fourth quarter.
Worrying signs here for Matty Campbell and the Buffs. They just can't clear it out early of the early stages of this final quarter.
Certainly need to kick the first goal here, so It's a slow play. Just lead up. That's better play. Need to overlap. Get the ball out.
Sam Bono there with the releasing handball. And they've turned it over again, have the Buffs. Will Farah with strong hands out in front at centre half forward. So Farah is looking for options inside 50.
There it is.
And look at that. Bloke all out by himself, drops an absolute sitter. That was Michael Bowden. I think he's dropped a couple of them tonight.
Choco, how much would the ghost of grand final past be on the minds of the Buffs players right now?
Well, as you said, there's a few new to this contest, but they would be disappointed with what happened last year, and certainly trying to get it back. But they've been in the game all night. It's just that they haven't been able to be consistently holding possession of the ball. They just keep turning over the ball too many times.
So Armat looks to cross, switch it our side, which is pretty rare, Choco. And they're going back.
He spoke too soon.
They're coming out looking for Jalen Clark. He puts the ball down. Crocs with numbers at ground level. They just pop it out the back. Here's Abbott. Just fends one off. Throws it on the right. Inside 50. Eldridge. And that one's over the line, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
Bit of stretching, a bit of cramp at this time of the night. Certainly outnumbered there. The Buffs need to get hold of this ball. There's a lot of them there, but again, the hit out straight to the opposition.
Here they go. Beautiful little kick there from Dean Staunton. And they've done well here. Have the Crocs. This might be a bit of early icing on the cake, Choco.
Who did you pick was going to win?
The Crocs.
Really?
No, I'll put my hand up. I said the Buffs. Anyway.
Yeah, credibility is really important in this game.
Dylan Barry on the approach. And he's missed it. He's kept me and the Buffs in the game, Choco.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Another easy goal going back. I'll tell you what, if the Buffs lose this one, if the Crocs lose this one, Choco, Shannon Rusker will be asking a lot of questions of his team with the set shots on goal and all the opportunities missed throughout the night.
Yes, for sure.
Well, 10 behinds, how many of those would have been set shots?
8. I've got it written down there.
Yes, that's what I am.
Smothered ball over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in the attacking 50
yeah,
for
I'm
the
just
Crocs.
looking down the end of the Buffs and their forwards and deeper players, and they got their heads down actually at the moment. They were pretty disappointed. And you can't see. You need to get some energy. You need to get some players around the ball, moving it quickly, and that might just be
with a chance now.
Missed mark down there. Here's Roses with a nice handball. Stokes gets on the outside. Handball's off back to Roses. Roses with the handball out to Anderson. Goes back inside. Long ball inside attacking 50. Nice spoil down there from Werberg. They've got all the numbers. Pops it over to Sam Smith. He goes with the long one, but it's going to come straight back. And they've turned it over. So just weighing up the options again. Just trying to keep control, Choco, at this stage of the game.
Yes, well, you don't need control. You need, like right now, fast break football over the back.
So here's Roses, a little fella. He's dancing around. Beautiful footwork again. Kick underway over the top. Don't tell me. Malcolm Roses. What a goal, Choco.
You're starting to feel better now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're in the game, mate.
I am.
You're in the game.
It's good to see you up and about because you were really sunk down in your seats there for a while. What's that difference there, please?
Oh, well, look, with the...
Come on!
Southern District 7-10-52, Darwin Buffaloes 8-7-43.
Which, of course...
They've narrowed it down to 9 points.
He's got it right. So
9
back
points in it.
Back in it for sure. You know, completely against the run of play. And, you know, those early goals missed up the other end could be...
Getting costly, could be costly.
Certainly at the end.
Big Miles.
Clearance is important here.
Wins the tap down. Umpire says play on, touched off the boot. Beautiful tackle. Here's Lee Dale. Just does a little flick soccer style. Anderson went to the bump and not the tackle. Crocs go inside 50. Good spoil
Buffs
out
had
the
the man
back.
loose there.
So Buffs goes straight back in the middle of the ground. They all fly. But it was McGregor that kept his feet.
Oh.
Stokes.
Clark. What's that noise? Oh, what are you saying?
I'm cramping. It's a
cramping.
Yeah.
Is it the weather?
Yeah.
Is it the weather and the fact that you're sitting down?
Could be.
It might be that someone dropped a chest mark and we really needed it at that stage.
It could also be.
You sound like a coach. That's the sort of stuff coaches do.
Yeah.
And I usually crack them one.
Come on.
No noise. No noise. No.
Miles has turned this one over. No, he hasn't. Here's Roses again. Goes without the pill, though, unfortunately. Gets a handball out the back. Here they are. Stokes on with the kick over the top. They've got 2 in a row. The Buffs are back in it, Choco.
Wow. It's a series of unfortunate events. That's another TV show. You seen that one?
No, I haven't.
It's a great movie.
Is it?
You've got to watch that. Yeah. Anyway, fantastic to keep believing in themselves. As I said, you know, it wasn't long ago that their heads were down, but led by Matty Stokes and some fantastic leadership by him. The ball's down the other end, popped out, slipped through a few legs, and away it goes, and nice finish.
Do you want to ask Matty what the score difference is?
Nope. I can use it on one hand now.
Can you?
So if we carry the one, so 52, 49... That might be 3.
3 points. Crocs back inside 50. Farah on the charge. Ball pops out the back. Nice by Leroy Jetta. Would have been holding the ball. Umpire says play on. Beautiful work. Here's Leroy Jetta. Gets tackled in a huge tackle.
Yeah, that's a bit dangerous. You don't dump people on their heads like that.
That's
and Leroy was pretty good that he just let it go. He could have got up and whacked someone.
So out of bounds on the full. Oh, big tackle. So it is Williams-Brown with the free kick. Goes long down the line. Beautiful bodywork and mark there from Chris Williams. Looking to move it quickly. Does so. Finds Anderson. Anderson with that awkward ball drop.
Very smart play.
Just keeps it moving forward. Ball pops out the back. Only as far as Campbell takes a nice mark on the ground.
Gee, Buffs fans would go ballistic here for another goal about now.
Jeez, Matty Campbell's just trying to milk a 50 here. Nothing's doing. Umpire's all over that one. Goes long inside 50. Nice body work over the back there from Punch. Love that name too. Beautiful tackle. Umpire says play on off the deck. Crocs there and they rush that through 4A behind. It's just 2 points in it now.
Well, it's very exciting. There's no doubt about it now. Quick kick out and, you know, we're trying to get outside 50. And pretty smart play, but pretty exciting. The crowd's right on the edge of their seats. 13-minute mark of the final quarter.
I can actually see a bloke actually on the edge of his seat too, Choco. Unbelievable.
No, I think he dropped a chip. I think that's what that was.
So ball in the middle of the ground.
That's your best line tonight. Write that down. Write that down.
Zach Smith crosses it over to Ogden. Ogden inside 50.
Numbers are here. Numbers are here for the Crocs.
Here he is, Will Farah, not to be confused with Will Farrell. And that one's through 4A behind. Got a game on our hands, Choco.
100%, but you know, there's plenty of time left in it, so there's no real rush to do anything stupid or, you know, try to play the very small percentage play.
So the ball kicked back in. Looking for O'Sullivan, misses it. Here's Matty Campbell on the charge. Has a bounce, kicks over the top to Hancock. And they're all out the back here. I'm not sure if that was the right option. And a beautiful mark.
Well,
down there.
certainly missed a
Sam
spare
Smith.
inside 50. So it's amazing when we're sitting back and all the crowd are watching and thinking, gee, that's easy to find. But when you're running and bouncing, you know, it's hard to scan the field and find that free player. And the absolute best players, that's what they do. They find the free ones.
So McAdam to McLaughlin. McLaughlin goes out wide. Here's Smith inside 50 with a nice little low chiseler to Lionel Ogden.
Who's got cramp?
Oh, I think he's cramping up a bit there.
Just like you were 2 minutes ago, Matty.
Yeah, you got to. Oh, that's.
Did you just do another one?
No, just.
Oh, right,
We've
sorry.
got the players mic'd up tonight.
Technology 2018 NTFL footy. Who would have thought?
Now, if he's cramped, he should go down and just stay down and let the best kick in the club take the kick.
And that's what he pretty much does. Gives it back to Smith with the big ball. But it's out of bounds on the full. So another wasted opportunity. 15 minutes gone. There's just 3 points in it. 7-13-55 to 7-7-49.
How many minutes do we play in this game each quarter? Can you tell me?
20.
Is it 20 plus time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've just got under 5 minutes before time on.
I think the last quarter stopped at 22 minutes too. Low scoring.
Yeah, well,
sort of
it's
night.
obviously to do with how many times the ball goes out of bounds and how many times they score goals. So,
Choco, you should get into coaching. You're really good.
Yes. Or maybe work at Seiko.
And we're back just like this. We're inside 50 for the Buffs. Dropped mark. There's Hancock with a clever handball, but straight to McAdam.
Yeah, he must have called for the ball because didn't obviously see. Handball straight to his opposition.
Here's big tackle there from Big O'Sullivan. Gives away the free kick for too high.
Yeah, but not bad by the big guy to hold the play up. That's pretty smart at this stage.
And a crack. Geez, I've loved the work of this man, Lee Dale, from the NEFL from Southport. He's had a great game this evening. And that is what you call a dropped sitter. The ball's back on the deck. Umpire circling, and we'll throw it up inside 50 for the Crocs.
Yeah, I'd like to see the game be won from now on, not from mistakes, but actually someone taking on the game, and certainly not from free kicks or obscure things that the umpire might find as well.
So McLaughlin has his kick smothered, ball up in the air. Will Farrer on the charge, takes a mark.
Oh, gee.
And I think he just ran into the elbow of someone.
Well, the umpire doesn't because he hasn't played at 50 metres, so he thinks he was acting, and it could be on the EPL later on tonight.
Well, you did think he was Will Farrell earlier, so he was an actor, and he's done a pretty good job.
Well, yes, if he kicks like Will Farrell, we're still in the game.
Here's Will Farrer. Kick underway. Umpire does a bit of dancing, and it looks pretty good off the boot. That's home. So Southern Districts move out to 8-11-59. The Buffaloes 7-8-50. 18 minutes gone in the final quarter, gentlemen.
Yes. How many goals is that? What was three-quarter time scored? You recall, guys?
Negative.
No one recalls. I think that might be their first goal this quarter. I think there were only 7, so
good call.
It's taken a fair time, 18 minutes to score that first goal, and obviously Darwin have worked their way back into the game to be 2 points down at one stage. So they're still in the game. There's still plenty of time to go. Probably another 10 minutes.
I'm going to back the Crocs from here, I reckon, guys.
Oh, mate, you can't change.
Kidding. That's opposite day as the ball's thrown back up in the air. Williamson goes without it. Back on the deck. Lee Dale hovering. And the umpire will throw this one up.
That's a very good decision.
Nice tight contest here, just like last season's grand final. It's lived up to the hype. So a bit of dancing around here. They've cleared it well through James Bell inside 50. Leroy Jetta just doing a little bit of holding on.
Good decision.
One hand there.
Great decision. Need to see a nice transition all the way down the field. That should be another free kick. Well done, umpire. They've come better as the night's gone on as well.
They have.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
They're just finding their feet early in round one. Done a great job, the umpires.
As you know, in all leagues, umpires do a wonderful job,
do.
and we're so lucky to have them. No game without them.
That is a huge, risky switch, and it's going to backfire here. Leroy Jetta takes a mark. They're out everywhere, charging towards the goal. Leroy Jetta just pops that one over, and that is a good night. He just squeezes it in. Brad Valance.
Wow.
Geez, you nearly stunk that one up, pal, but you kicked it home. And the Buffs in a bit of strife here as the Districts go out to a 15-point lead, Matty.
Indeed they do. How are you feeling about your tip right now?
No, I just said a minute ago, Crocs, so pretty confident.
No, of course, yes.
So what you need to think of is now what can Darwin do here, the Buffaloes, and what you can do is take a bit of a chance, bring some forwards up, run them off the back of the square. Everyone in the centre square, just take a chance and run forward. So you might as well lose by 3 goals, but try winning rather than put people behind the ball and things like that. So we'll see how it goes.
And Crocs with the clearance there. Just run into a number, but Buffs with the number. They come out wide towards Williams-Brown. He throws on the right in the Stokes direction. Gets wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire says play on. So Stokes dances around a couple with a nice bullet-like ball inside 50.
21-minute mark. They need to get moving because there's probably 3 or 4 minutes left, and need to score a couple of goals.
Chris Williams will kick from about 50 out, tucked up against the boundary. Runs around a touch, kick underway, looks pretty good off the boot. He's jobbed it, he loves his own work.
It's a fantastic kick, and there's some sneaky chance still left, and again it all comes down to the centre bounce clearance, and 9-11 to 8-8. What is that, Manny?
9-11 to 8-8. 65-56. That'd of course be.
Come on, mate.
9 points?
9-point margin.
Yeah, here we go.
So we still need the 2 goals to win, and that's going to be pretty hard with 21 and a half minutes gone in this last quarter.
The challenge there, I can see Matty Campbell in the middle, Lee Dale for the Crocs. Ball thrown up. O'Sullivan straight down to Lee Dale. Matty Campbell with the smother. Ball comes out off the deck. Beautiful footwork there from Rosier. Goes inside 50.
Great attack on the ball. Well done. Kept the ball in front.
Fancy footwork.
We want to see it. Let's see if we can get it down to a 1-goal game. Under a goal, and see what happens. It's great for all the fans that have come here tonight, and what a wonderful crowd we've had.
So a disappointing handball there towards Aldridge. Aldridge with a stinker. No left boot. Here's Matty Campbell. Nice footwork from him. That one just stays in, and a good mark by Atkinson. Moves it quickly. O'Sullivan sits under it. There's a pop out the back, and he's won a free kick as O'Sullivan. Guess who it is? Manningham.
He's like my best mate now. I've learnt his name. It's unusual to learn an umpire's name early in your commentating career.
Matty Campbell with the kick towards goals, just off to the side and through for a behind. So Buff's still in it, still attacking.
A sneaky chance. You just need to turn over here, a bad kick in, run over the line. But it's a nice kick, a defensive kick out wide, and you need to see if they can maintain possession. But a turnover again.
2-on-1 there as well.
And 50 metres. Guess who, Choco? You wouldn't read about it, would you? Unbelievable. It was there, though.
Just to be in the right spot at the right time.
You wouldn't believe it. You couldn't write this.
If I was he, I would buy tax lotto tickets, that bloke.
Who?
The umpire. He's just
Thomas
always,
Manningham. Umpire. He's unbelievable.
He's just always in the right spot.
He is, isn't he? He really is great. So this will get the margin back to 2 points if he dobs this one. It's extraordinary work.
It's a strange situation where you have to dob it kind of quickly, but you need to keep enough concentration to make sure you kick the goal.
Paulie Campbell, bit of pressure, and he's put it to the left, has he? He's just narrowly missed, so an opportunity goes begging there.
So the two Campbell brothers have just missed the last 2 shots on goal.
You couldn't write that one either, could you?
Well, it'll be interesting what they say to each other after the game.
Will you go down and have a talk to Matty?
Yeah.
Interesting to see that, hear that conversation. 7 points in it. O'Sullivan stands under it, over the line, and we'll have a Bandry throw in. What do they need to do from this stoppage, Choco?
Well, I just want to talk to Matty here.
Yes.
If they score another goal, what will be the difference? Have a look at it. It's kind of spooky.
You guys figure that one out. Ball thrown back in. Here they go on the charge again. Ball inside 50. Bit of bodywork, pushing and shoving. Umpire says that's no worries. Play on.
Come on, let's get a goal.
Ball pops out. He's just ducked his head there, and
What will it be?
Done the maths on this.
And?
1 point.
And what's the significance of that margin?
Could have been the margin from the 2017 grand final.
Spooky, isn't it? Spooky.
Insane.
unbelievable scenes here at TIO Stadium. Ball thrown up. O'Sullivan with the tap. Down to all Crocs players. Ball on the deck again. A bit scrappy. Umpire circling. We'll have another
It's the clock
ball
now.
up.
It's the clock that's against them.
25 minutes gone.
Umpire might find a free in there.
If anyone's going to fight, blood rule.
Oh, blood rule.
Well, we're close. As the Crocs player comes off with the blood rule, looks like it's Smith with that interesting style haircut. What's your take on the haircuts tonight there, Choco? Especially this one.
Quite trendy. Quite trendy. I know Dustin and I'm sure Dustin might be having a look at that. He's
Roses with the snap. He's just across the face and through for another behind.
Could be a draw.
Moly.
We could have a draw here. Do we go extra time or not?
No, it's just the draw.
For that.
I think we should go extra time.
So an even kick in it.
It's called play on.
Oh, he's run over the
No
line.
way.
And we're going to have a stoppage right at the top of the goal square.
Every rule in the book we found here tonight.
This is extraordinary scenes here at TIO Stadium. As the Southern District's Croc players just stamping out where he stood. It's
Nick
extraordinary.
is up out of his seat.
Oh, I'm starting to get a cramp. Yeah, you're right. Ball thrown back into play on the deck.
Quick kick straight out. The boy's sitting there.
Oh, no, didn't get hands on it. Southern District's under pressure. Sam Smith gets the clearing kick.
36 players all inside the forward 50 there.
Oh, he's broken away.
So here's Aldridge. Does well. Looks for Stokes. Just bounces over the top. Stokes does well. He's big miles on the deck. Leroy Jetta just throws a wild boot. Might pay off, and there it is. It's the Southern District's Crocs winning by 6 points in a nail biter, 9-11-65 to Darwin Buffaloes 8-11-59. Mark Choco Williams, what'd you make of it?
Well, Darwin had the last 2 shots on goals and 3 shots on goals and missed them all. And in the end, you'd probably think that they were unlucky not to win.
Matty Williams. Jeez, I'm really stuck.
I've been called much worse
He's
things.
my cousin. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Mate, what was your take on the game there, Matty?
Look, poor accuracy ended up costing the Buffaloes the game, but at the same time there, Southern Districts very much poor accuracy could have cost them the game as well, and who would have thought a 9-11-65. Darwin Buffaloes 8-11-59. Of course, last year the grand final, 1 goal, 1 point in it. Round 1, grand final replay again, 1 goal in it.
Matty Campbell will be disappointed while Shannon Rusker takes the chocolates tonight. Just finally, Choco, before we wrap the televised coverage up.
Is this televised?
Allegedly it is. But tell me this, thanks for coming up to Darwin, thanks for joining us in the box, but what's been the best part about your visit to Darwin?
Honestly, meeting you two.
Really?
Yeah,
I knew it.
The truth is that I see football is so alive up here, and the community's right behind it, and it's only going to get better and better. And I woke up this morning to the fact that front of the paper, there's a big chance that the NTFL are going to get an AFL team.
And it's fantastic news, isn't it? What would you take be on that, mate?
Well, if you think of all the young kids out there and the ability to actually play AFL and not have to go away from town, it'd be a wonderful thing for them. So hopefully they do all the investigation and see what they need to do to give themselves a chance to get that opportunity.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Mark Choco Williams. Thanks for joining us, and very special, very special comments from you tonight, my friend. Matty, thanks for joining us.
I'm not sure if you realise it's probably some of my best tonight.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us on 7-2. But it was Southern District's 9-11-65 beating the Darwin Buffaloes 8-11-59.
Guys.